Hola amigos and welcome along to round 11 of season 2 in the Virtual Formula 2 Championship in 2025, and it's the weekend where we could be crowning another new champion in this series, but we won't be deciding that champion today. That will have to wait until at least tomorrow, but we've got a sprint race for fun anyway, so let's see who's going to be lining up for the grid for both races here in Mexico City. It's another pole position for Callum Boynton in the Rodin, and he has got the ART of Victor Martins, who needs points to stay in the title fight, as does his teammate, of course, but we'll get to his teammate in just 1 second. Ugo Gachukwu, who's third on the grid, our Singapore sprint race winner. He'll be hoping for another one today. The McLaren Junior starting ahead of Christian Ho, who starts fourth on the grid in a Dams car. Dennis Ritomo Miata, like I said, he needs points tonight. He needs points this weekend to keep himself in the title fight. Otherwise, the title is long gone after this weekend, and he'll have Roman Stanek alongside him in the Invicta in 6th place. Then it's Freddie Slater in the AIX car, 7th on the grid, and he's got F3 champion Rafa Kamara starting 8th on the grid in the Invicta. Sebastian Montoya is 9th on the grid, P9 for car number 9, and he's got Kushmaini in the Alpine livery Dabs, who alongside him completing the top 10 and completing the rest of the grid. We have Kian Shields, Nicola Lacorte, Arvid Lindblad, Nicola Solov, Tim Tramnitz, Santiago Ramos, John Bennett, Max Esterson, championship leader Luke Browning, who could wrap up the title this weekend. Let's see what he can do. Then it's Colton Herter, our Singapore feature race winner, Bruno Del Pino, and Noah Stromstead, who complete the grid for both races here in Mexico City. Now it's time for a tango in the sprint race here in Mexico. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for a fiesta in Mexico City. We are set for the sprint race here in Mexico City. 3 rounds to go, lights out, and we're underway. A great start for Callum Boynton, and also from Christian Ho from 4th on the grid. In fact, I think Ho's got into the lead, and yes he has. Christian Ho, what a start, 4th to 1st in the space of 1,000,000 metres. Amazing. Right, into turn 1 then. Ho leads from Martins. Boynton goes from pole down to 3rd in the space of the first 3 corners. Martins up to 2nd, then it's Boynton ahead of Gachukwu. Miata's gained positions up to 5th, then it's Miney in 6th, Slater, Montoya, Stanek and Kamara in the top 10. But what a start for Christian Ho. Yeah, I'm hearing that Luke Browning's had an incident at the back. Yeah, he's down to last. Luke Browning, the man who could seal the championship this weekend, has dropped down to plumb last. I wonder what has happened to our championship leader. So this is Luke Browning on board with him, going round the outside of the 2 Invictas, and then, oh, he got hit from behind and spun. I got hit from behind. Mate, I think the car's okay. I'll keep going. Okay, Luke, copy that. Could that have been Roman Stanek that might have spun Luke Browning rail? I don't know who was at fault there. I think Stanek had nowhere to go, so I say that is just a racing incident. Mate, that's not my fault. I had nowhere to go and I hit him on accident. I'm so sorry to Luke, but my God, I had nowhere to go. Okay, Roman, copy that. We saw that Roman Stanek pitted a few laps ago to fit for a front wing change, and now we're seeing a battle for the lead on lap 3. Victor Martins round the outside of Christian Ho. They're side by side, going through turns 1 and 2. Can Victor Martins make the move on the Singapore driver Christian Ho? Yes, he can. It's a clean move, amazing racing, and the race lead for Victor Martins. We're already on lap 11 here, and we're on board with our championship leader all over the back here of Sebastian Montoya, who's trying to risk Browning to make a risky overtake. Down the inside, Luke Browning is up into the points. Despite that spin, he is climbing his way back through the field. Amazing pace from the high-tech driver. He is pushing hard on a weekend where he could read the history books, write the history books, or rewrite the history books, I should say. Excuse my misspeaking there, but yes, Luke Browning is looking good to rewrite the history books and add his name to the list of champions in this Virtual F2 series. He won't win the title today, but he's looking good to win it tomorrow. Oh, Nicola Stolov I think that is in the Campos. Yes, it is. Nikola Solov is parking up. Sadly, the young Bulgarian driver will have no points in this sprint race, and that is such a shame for Nikola Solov, who is fighting for his virtual F2 future, and that's another DNF for the unlucky Bulgarian. Oh my God, man. Sake. Ah! Oh, look at this beautiful slipstream. Far out the outside, in the battle for fifth, can Freddie Slater make the move on Hugo Chukwu? They're side by side, the Brit and the American through turns 1, 2 and 3. And that is magnificent stuff from Freddie Slater to move up into fifth. Yeah, that is just beautiful. And you can see there, Browning looking to make a move on Miata. They're side by side. Oh, they touched! They touched and Browning's hit the wall. And he's collided into Slater. What just happened there? Miata and Browning, the top two in the championship, come together, and Slater picks up damage, as does Browning. But I think both of their cars are okay. What just happened there? Mate, what was that? Miata just hit me. Come on, man. So let's see what happened then. Browning was covering off Miata, and I think Browning tried to make a move on Chukwu, and then I don't think he realised that Miata was there. Well, he did, but I think that's just another racing incident. Browning did rejoin the track, but I think he'll get away with that because Miata hit him. Yeah, Browning just cut across me, mate. Okay, Rito, just do your best. You got to feel for Freddie Slater. He was doing so well in the top 5, and then this front wing goes bye-bye. What the... Mate, that was just... What was that, man? Luke Browning here, all over the back of Hugo Chukwu, in the back of the fifth. He's also going to cover off Arvid Lindblad behind him. They're about to go side by side. Browning looking to get to the outside of Hugo Chukwu. They're side by side for turns 1, 2 and 3. They're side by side, and there's contact. Round goes the championship leader, and he's hit Hugo Chukwu, and the red flag is out. And with a few laps remaining, this has completely changed this sprint race. Did Browning leave Hugo Chukwu enough space as we were on board? And I don't think Browning left Hugo Chukwu enough space. Mate, this Browning guy just gave me no space. What is he doing? Okay, Hugo, we'll have a look at it, mate. The stewards have noted a 5-second time penalty for Luke Browning for that incident. We have 5 lights for the second time in this sprint race, and away we go. Christian Ho gets a really good start from that reverse grid, that restart pole position. Great start for the Singapore driver, covering off Kush Miney. But looking to the inside is Luke Browning, who has got that 5-second time penalty for that incident with Hugo Chukwu, as the two dabs go side by side. Miney looking to go from 10th to 1st in this race. Amazing move for Miney, and now look at Browning. Browning will be all over the back of Christian Ho. Will he make a move going into this corner? Browning decides, no, I'm not going to risk damage. He backs off for just a little bit, but he goes round the outside of Christian Ho. Amazing move from the man who could seal the championship tomorrow. He's up to 2nd place, his nearest rival down to 9th, and Browning is looking to secure a huge amount of points to look comfortable to win the title tomorrow. Amazing pace once again for Luke Browning. He's all over the back of Miney. This could be the race lead for Luke Browning. He has got a 5-second time penalty hovering over him, but he'll need to make this quick, and he makes the move on Kush Miney. Luke Browning is into the lead, but now he's got to build a 5-second gap with just 7 laps remaining. It's possible. We didn't get footage of it, but this is Richie for sure. He had an engine problem before the red flag came out. Sorry, Bruno Delpino, not Richard for sure. On the power, boof! Christian Ho all over the back of Luke Browning. Is he going to make this move? Browning tries to cover him off, and there's contact. Into the wall goes Ho, and Martins gets collected by Luke Browning. Massive damage for Victor Martins. That could be Martins out of the race and out of the title fight. That is disaster for Victor Martins. He needed points this weekend, and he's going to score none today. What is this guy doing, man? Boo's sake! We didn't see it, but Callum Boysen was involved as well. It's another DNF, and that was big for Callum Boysen into the back of Christian Ho. Mate, what is this guy doing? We start the final lap of this thrilling sprint race here in Mexico. Browning's leading, but he's not going to win this. He has got a 5-second penalty, and he's kind of low on fuel, so this is not going to be the win for Luke Browning. He comes off Miley, there's contact again. Miley's in the wall. Ugachukwu picked up damage as well. What is going on here in this sprint race? A dramatic ending to it. Browning is still leading. Ugachukwu is right there. Miley's got big damage. He could get overtaken by Lacorte or Lindblad. No, Lindblad's been overtaken by Lacorte. Lacorte could still get a podium if he gets a better exit and makes the move on Miney on this final lap. But it's now between Browning and Ugachukwu for the win. I think Ugachukwu's going to get the win covered because Browning's still got that penalty. This is going to be so close. Browning is trying absolutely everything to pull away from Ugachukwu, but I don't think he's got enough fuel to hold on to the win. I don't think he has. Look, he's got the warning. I think he will be starting to slow down because of his fuel any moment now. This needs to be a perfect final sector for Luke Browning. Is giving it absolutely everything. Makes a bit of a mistake. The crowd go wild in the stadium section, the Furrow Soul. And Browning, yes, he's slowing down. I don't think it's going to be the win for Luke Browning, but it will be the win, a second win of his career. Ugo Ugachukwu takes his second win in virtual Formula 2. Does Browning hold on to second here? Yes, he does! He does hold on to second, but it's Ugo Ugachukwu who takes an insane win in the sprint race here in Mexico City, and we will have a champion crowned tomorrow if Browning gets enough points. But it's Ugo Ugachukwu who takes the spoils in Mexico City and takes the sprint in this magnificent sprint race. Yes, mate, you've done it. You got within 5 seconds. You're the winner. Come on, baby. Yeah, thanks, guys. The car was amazing. Oh, win number 2. Thank you, guys. Let's keep it up. Come on. You got it, Luke. P2. Good points, mate. Yes. Whoa. Oh. 5 seconds was nothing. We've got the podium in 5 seconds. Let's go. Let's win it tomorrow, boys. Let's get it tomorrow. Come on. After the 5 second supply to Luke Browning, it is Ugo Ugachukwu who takes his second win of the season and does it in incredible fashion here in Mexico City. Luke Browning takes an incredible second place and gives himself a match point to win the championship tomorrow. And it's Chris Miney who finishes in third, just ahead of Nicola Lacorte, who finishes in fourth. Arvid Lindblad fifth, great points for the British driver, ahead of Christian Ho. Tim Tramnitz in the points again, and Ritomo Miyata, who only finishes eighth, which gives Browning a great chance to win the title tomorrow. He only needs to outscore Miyata by, I believe, 5 or more points in tomorrow's feature race, and then the title will belong to him. And in the standings, yes, it is 69 points between Browning and Miyata. He only needs to outscore Miyata by 5 or more points in the feature race tomorrow, and then he'll win the championship. And in the team standings, Hi-Tech have gained back on ART, 23 points behind, and Dams are lurking as well, 46 points back in the battle for the team's title. But that has been our sprint race done here in Mexico City. We can't wait for the feature race tomorrow. Join us tomorrow for a potential championship decider when Virtual Formula 2 returns.